We're here with Vanderbilt women's basketball head coach Shay Ralph. Coach, your team picks up a 71-60 win over Arizona in the first game of the Acrisure Classic. Just what are your opening statements, and we'll open the floor for questions.
I want to say, first of all, I'm really proud of the resilience that we showed today. I felt like there were, again, there were times where we were playing really well, and then there were times where we just looked like we were about to fall apart. Obviously, very physical game. There was between the two of us almost 50 turnovers. That's not very pretty. But at the end of the day, I don't care if it's pretty or not. I want us to be resilient enough to win. Thought down the stretch, Camille Pierre made some huge plays. Those steals for layups, the free throws. And then, I got to shout out the leadership from some of our older guys. Michaela and Camille made huge plays, huge. But then Ayana, Jo, Leilani again with another big game. You can just tell they played a lot of basketball. They were able to calm us down, after I think we had 10 turnovers in the third quarter. Very easily could have given that game away. And we did what we needed to do down the stretch to win it. Really proud of them. This early in the season, sit back, baby. That's a big win, one that we can learn a lot from. Thank you.
We're going to open up the floor here for questions here in person. We've got Shad Powers with USA Today. Go ahead, Shad.
Hey, Coach.
Hi. Thank you.
You sort of were glancing at it there a little bit, but what happened when they they sort of caught up a little bit? We're closing in on you. Were you happy to see your team sort of like handle that and recover?
Yeah, I was. I think, there was a lot of physicality. I thought there was some inconsistency in some of the things that were happening on both ends of the floor. And there's not a lot of that about that we can control other than making sure we take care of the ball and try to get a good look every time up the floor. So I felt like after they went on a really tough little run there, layup, we're giving the ball to them. Felt like we did a good job of calming ourselves down, getting the ball over half court and getting a good shot. Anchor down.
Was it valuable to have it passed like that? You haven't had a lot of it.
That's exactly why we're playing here. I thought that this team would be ready for a test like this. It's early in the season. Our first game was a tough road game against South Florida. These are two Power 4 opponents that we're going to play in a tournament. We've not done that before. So really excited that we came out and showed this kind of toughness and resilience in this first win. That can only pay off in spades for us down the road.
Next one, that's what tomorrow, Michigan State.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, they play, again, very aggressive. I thought watching them today, they play really hard. They press. A lot of what we saw today on the defensive side of the ball, we're going to see again tomorrow. So give us an opportunity to handle it a little better.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll open up the floor here for questions on the Zoom. We'll start with Elena Morris. Elena, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah, what do you think that Arizona maybe switched at halftime or threw at you all in the second half that made it a little bit difficult on you guys?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job of picking us up full court, and they rotated so that we couldn't throw the ball back to Jo. So we like to do that on the inbounds pass. When we get pressured full court, we'll throw it back to her. Thought they did a good job of turning us over by just rotating and picking that pass off. And I, credit to them because they did make some adjustments, but I also was not happy with how our guards were getting pushed up to the baseline. So if you remember, I called a timeout and backed them up a little bit. We can't catch the ball against full court pressure that close to the baseline. It's like another defender. And we did that over and over and over and just gave them like 3 straight layups. So I think in those moments when that's the only ways that teams can get back in the game, especially in our conference, we have to be able to handle it with composure and poise, back up, get open and space out the floor a little bit so that we can turn and attack them for layups and open threes.
Aria Gearson, Tennessean. Go ahead, Aria.
Yeah, obviously it was another two really good games from Michaela Blake. But what needs to happen for the rest of the team to kind of get going besides those two?
I don't know that anything needs to happen. I think day in and day out, the calling card for our team has to just be, hey, whatever we need from you, you got to give to us. And today we needed a lot from Camille and Michaela. And there was a lot of things that Ayana and Jo and Leilani did that didn't show up necessarily in the box score, but they had that leadership and experience to calm those two down when things were kind of going awry. That doesn't show up. So tomorrow it may not be Michaela and Camille. It may be, whoever else. But the beauty of our team is that we have those people that can do it. I don't get too caught up in that. I just want people to step up when it's time to step up. Today, we had enough ladies do that. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, maybe having a couple more.
All right, Coach, we appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. To anchor down. Yeah.